Perhaps the question on everyone's mind right now is, what will you do? How far are you willing to go to enforce something? Allegheny County will require COVID 19 vaccinations for all county employees who work in the executive branch, County Executive Rich Fitzgerald said Wednesday. The date is October 4th, 2021. Approximately 5,000 employees must show proof of vaccination by December 1st. The county said anyone who is in violation or does not meet an exception will face termination. What would you do? Bill of Rights in a really brief version. Number 1, freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. Number 2, right to keep and bear arms in order to maintain a well-regulated militia. Number 3, no quartering of soldiers. Number 4, freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. Number 5, right to due process of law, freedom from self-incrimination, double jeopardy. Number 6, rights of accused persons, right to a speedy public trial. Number 7, right of trial by jury in civil cases. Number 8, freedom from excessive bail, cruel and unusual punishments. 9, other rights of the people. And 10, powers reserved to the states. What would you do? Pulling from an article in USA Today. Abramson, a professor of Florida International University and author of Bloomberg's Law, Vaccine, Vaccination, and Immunization Law, told USA Today this is the most sizable federal vaccine mandate in the nation's history. He noted that even smallpox mandates in the 19th century and early 20th centuries were enforced by the states. In addition to the vaccine requirement for companies, employees are ordered to face weekly coronavirus testing should they not receive a vaccination. Businesses that do not comply with Biden's directive could face fines of up to $14,000 per violation. The White House announced alongside the mandate OSHA enforcing the fine. What would you do? What does this mean? If we're going to have a vaccine mandate and we're going to require employers to require employees to get this vaccine, what does that look like? Are you going to go knocking on people's doors and ensuring that they've been vaccinated? Are we going to hold people down and force them to get the vaccine? Are we going to go from business place to business place and make everybody show their cards? And people who don't, then the business owner will have to pay a fine of $14,000? What if somebody chooses not to pay this because they believe that somebody should have the right to decide whether or not they get a COVID-19 vaccination? What does that look like? Does that mean that person will then be hauled off to jail because they refuse to pay a fine for something that they view as a personal and medical choice? What about people who have natural immunity, as we see more and more science coming out suggesting that that's robust and just as good, if not better, than a vaccine? Does this mean that they will come to your house and put you in a jail cell if you are a business owner and you refuse to pay the fine for your employees deciding not to get vaccinated? What does this look like? And what are they willing to do? What are you willing to do to make sure that everybody gets vaccinated? That is the question. It's a huge question. It's on everybody's mind. I have plenty of friends that are business owners. I think we all know people who are business owners, and some of them might be scared. I think, and I think a lot of other people agree, that this should be a personal decision. It shouldn't be left up to somebody else. If you have natural immunity or you have some reason that you feel you don't need to get vaccinated, that should be your choice. I think we should all agree on that, and simply don't go around people who aren't vaccinated if you think that they pose some kind of threat to you. But once again, I will pose the question: what are you willing to do? How far will you go to make sure that everybody complies? and realize what that may look like.